Good morning everyone, my name's Mike, I'm the Senior Termite Manager for Ecofriendly Pest Control. We're up in the hills today. A client of ours has found active termites in their house, so we've treated those and we're putting in a termite management system for the house. So if you'd like to follow me, we'll show you around. Okay, so we're putting the termite management system in place. So to do an effective system, what we're doing is we're trenching around the house. So we need to get up close to the footing and we need to dig down to the side of the footing. We need to dig down 75 millimetres under the footing as per Australian standards. So what we've done is we've dug the trench around the house. You follow me? And with any existing concrete areas, we come approximately 150 millimetres off the wall, 200 millimetres wide, and we drill a 12 mil drill bit through the concrete. And what we'll be doing is injecting chemical through the holes, and with the trenching area, we'll be flooding the chemical with the trenching areas. If you just follow me. Again, we've trenched all the soil areas next to the house, down to 75 millimetres underneath the slab. And through any existing concrete, drill the holes. So when we're trenching, we come across irrigation pipes or different types of pipes all the time. So we have to make sure that we trench correctly around the pipes. So this area here has been trenched, it just needs cleaning up before we apply the chemical. And as you can see here, there's concrete paving all down the side, and we have drilled holes all the way through. Alright, so we'll continue along and we'll take you inside and have a look at the active termites that were there. So the active termites were found here, and they'd eaten out the timber skirting all the way along. So what happened was there was a roof leak, and from the roof leak the water had dripped down, obviously, and then this is where the termites had attacked, where the moisture was. So we've put a bait box there, and if you walk along here, you can actually see where all the damage was on the skirting. So where the tape is where we've injected chemical inside. And we've taped it up to allow the chemical to work so it doesn't dry out. So the moisture has come up to here and the moisture has stopped past there, so that's why the termites haven't gone past there. What's happened here is you have two different types of timber, and this is where the join is. So this timber here is dry, and this is a different type of timber which is susceptible to getting moisture in it. So the moisture has come up and stopped at the other timber, and the termites have eaten that part out. If you see here, you can see the termite lead behind there. And what's also happened is the moisture has started to creep through the floors, and it's quite lucky on this job that the moisture hasn't gone all the way through, so they've only got a moisture sitting here, and you can see where the moisture is and the timber started to buckle. They've caught it a little bit early here, which is good, and it hasn't transferred through too much. Okay, so now we'll continue around the house again. So this is where we've got to with the drilling. We're going to continue drilling along here exactly the same as we've done previously. Now with the garage, we need to go all the way around the garage. So what we've done over here, we've continued the trenching all on the side of the garage. Again, 75 millimeters below the slab to Australian standards. And we'll continue to drill through the existing concrete. And little small sections like this, we have to make sure that we trench that as well. So we'll trench that small section and continue the trenching underneath. Okay, so with this section here, again, we've trenched it. It still needs to be cleaned up in this section, but we've trenched it along to make sure, and then we go around the columns. And as we're trenching, sometimes we come across irrigation pipe, like we've done here, so we need to be very careful as we're going through that we don't damage any pipe. So this is a little bit of a tricky situation here. There's an old concrete trough here. So we need to get next to the footing and dig along the footing. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to move this trough. So we've advised the client that we're going to move the trough to the front and dig the trench behind. And we've also then advised the client to keep the trough away from the wall in case there's moisture build up behind there at any time. Okay, so with this area here, we're going to drill and inject because it's concrete. Now this specific area here, the client's advised us they get a lot of rain coming in from this side, and there's a gap between the concrete and the wall. So we've actually advised the client to silicone that gap up. And again, we've continued trenching along. There's quite a few pipes along this section, so we'll go and have a look at the pipes and just show you how we've dug around those. So with these pipes here, we haven't finished in this section yet, but we've exposed all the piping. So we've dug at the side of the footing down to 75 mil below, and we'll actually dig underneath these pipes and to remove all the soil, so then we can spray the chemical and then replace the soil. So we have a full protection underneath and around all the piping. Now, just in general, as we've been doing the job, we've been laying all this plastic down. So basically this specific job has a lot of rock, so we've taken the rock away from the top. As we've dug all the material out, we've placed it on the plastic. It makes it easier to put back in and obviously doesn't make a mess. There's very little clean up once we've done. It just helps with the overall project. Okay, so that's the preparation that we're doing for this job. Now, a lot of companies won't go to this extent. They won't dig down the trenches, they won't dig down to the bottom of the footing. We do things to Australian standards, and that's all Australian standards of what we're doing today. So that's most of the preparation work. we'll continue along and we'll show you how we put the solution in and then how we backfill. Okay, so that's what's happening at the house, and what we also do is we look for the root of the problem. Where are the termites coming from? And a lot of the times they're in tree stumps around the property. So we've come just on the other side of the fence line here, and we've found quite a few numerous nests for the termites here. So just come with me. So there's termite activity here, which has been an old stump, and this is a termite nest. And also here, you can see where the termites have been attacking below, and what they've done is they've actually stripped the bark, because the bark's got wet. So we not only just treat the house and do a termite management system on the house, we also have to eradicate the problem that's around the house, which was the problem to originally begin. What we do here is we treat this with a baiting product to kill off the nest. Alright, so I've shown you some nests that are close to the house. There's other nests also close to the house. Come with me. So these are quite substantial nests here. As you can see, they've taken hold at the bottom of the tree. And also this one here, this is quite common. What they do is they come in and they cut the tree without doing anything to get rid of the actual stump. So what happens is the tree stump gets wet, attracts the termites, and then they take hold. You can see it's quite a substantial nest on this one. So in all probability, the termites that have attacked the house have come from this area here. So we have to treat this area here to get rid of the root of the problem. Okay, so we've found these stumps actually on the property. So we've treated the stumps with the Termite chemical. So what we've done is to keep the nest enclosed, we've put some bricks on top of them just to make sure that the chemical works better. Okay, so on my left here you can see some irrigation pipe. What we do with the irrigation pipe is we lay it in the trench, then we backfill the trench. So the irrigation pipe has a connection on it, and when the time comes to redo the barrier in 5 years' time, or whenever the barrier is due again, we pressurise the pipe and it puts solution in the trench. It saves you digging the trench out again and saves all this mess. So you only have to dig the trench once and put the pipe in. This is an added extra. On this job, the client wants us to go ahead with this. Every client is different. Some clients don't want us to do it. We advise every single time when we're digging a trench to put the pipe in, because then it saves on time and cost and money the next time the barrier is done. Okay, so next what we'll do is we'll go and lay the pipe and show you how that's done. We've now dug the trench and we've laid the pipe, the irrigation pipe. Now it's very important to go underneath all the existing pipes that are there, as you can see, to get total coverage. And what we'll do from now, we'll flood it full of chemical, and then we'll put the soil back on top, and then we'll layer it up, chemical soil as we go up. Okay, so again we've put some solution on the bottom of chemical, and we're laying the soil as we come up. So we put the soil level down, and put chemical, soil level, chemical, soil level, chemical, until it's to the top. Alright, at the end of the day here, we've put the termite management in place. We've dug all the trenches, we've drilled and injected all the concrete, we've put the irrigation pipe in, we've gone through and cleaned up the job, It's all looking nice, with all the irrigation boxes in, so it's easy to pump up next time. Job well done. Okay, so if you're up in the hills area or the Swan area of Perth, it's a high risk area. You have a lot of tree population here, there's a lot of termite nests which are active. You need to treat those nests as well as treating your house. Now we are highly experienced in these areas, so give us a call, Eco-Friendly, we'll sort you out.